Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the pre-market live show. It's Wednesday, November 27th, and it's the day before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going to happen as the markets close tomorrow. We will check it out. The heat map just changed over. Looks like the Mag 7's a little bit red. Microsoft and Nvidia, Amazon and Apple are a little red. Google and Meta are just a little flat, and Tesla is up. We'll go through them. And let's take a look at everything. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. And here we go. Let's check it out. Let's look at the SPY and stuff and see what that's doing this morning. It was way up yesterday. It's down 53 cents today. Nothing crazy, just a little flat. And we'll take a look and see what the big cappers are doing just real quick as they opened up. Let's see. Nvidia. It's actually down $1.55 to 135 this morning. So it looks like it's just kind of pulling back there. Apple, oh, what am I typing in? Apple, here we go. AAPL, that's down 81 cents. It's at 234 and just a little bit of pullback. So now you see why I was locking in profits on them options when they expire Friday, when they're up like that. You just don't, you take the risk and reward or a probability and risk and you check it out. And that's exactly, even if it goes up higher today, you still made the right choice and it doesn't matter. You lock them in. So Google, GOG, just completely flat, but looks like it wants to kind of go up today and stay in between that little channel. And Amazon, that's down 47 cents, but looks like it'll reverse back up. So they may turn green. They're just opening up a little bit red. Meta's down 19 cents, nothing crazy. And I'm telling you, Zuck has something going on, Zuckerberger, because the thing's crazy looking and looks like it wants to get wild. Microsoft MSFT is actually down 263. It did run up yesterday and it'll stay between that channel. And Tesla TSLA is up $1.40 and it's hitting the line and it just likes to roll off recently. It is way up there. It could come down and then curl back through. So we'll keep an eye on Tesla just to see what it wants to do. I wouldn't chase it up there at the moment and we'll just see what it wants to do as it sets up. And that's our Mag 7 and Spy. And like I said, they're not even that red. They're just a little bit red as the Spy's down under 50 cents. So yeah, it's just and the rest of the market's kind of flat. So we'll go ahead, look at our Jolie's jumper, see what's jumping today. And then I'll run through the scanners and the crypto. And honestly, I think crypto might be trying to bounce back, like I was saying last night, build that base right there. Bitcoin at 90 and then start that curl back up soon and probably not see it. We'll see it go to 100 and then probably not see it come back under there for a little while. So that's what Bitcoin looks like at the moment and crypto. So I'm keeping an eye on that as well. And we'll go through it. But here we go. Let me hop in and look at my Jolie's jumpers are right here. And here we go. AMBA. Let's take a look at it. Oh, AMBA. There we go. Amberella Inc. And this is running up really nice. AMBA, if I could type it in there. Ran up yesterday, really nice. 67, what was it? 67.99 to 87.87. This morning it's at 84.50 and it ran up to 86.09. It's at 83.25 at the moment and it shot way up there. So that one looked really good coming off of that 5678 area. So I don't think we were even looking at it, but AMBA, Amberella, and maybe we looked at it last night. I don't even remember, but that's in the top and more of a momentum and did shoot up this morning. So BITO, what's that bit coin ETF doing this morning? BITO. Here we go. It's up 72 cents and it's trying to it's hitting that line right there just as Bitcoin is and you can't tell exactly what they want to do. They look like they want to bounce up. Maybe they're going to try to roll off and if they do, I'm telling you Bitcoin's going to go wild and everything's going to go wild. Not that it hasn't been, but it's really going to get wild. So, I'm just watching it to see if it wants to. If it pulls back, comes through, it's just going to come down a little bit and set back up, and you'll have your last opportunity to really get back to get in at a lowest prices before you see them really take off. And that's why I've been saying if you don't have a Coinbase account, you might want to sign up for one because you're going to see crypto get wild. BSFC, that Blue Star Food Corp. We had looked at this plenty of times, and it ran up. It opened at 24.9 0.2490 and ran up to 47 yesterday. And today it's just kind of hanging out there. BSFC. So let's see. It's at 32 up to 34, back to 32. It could keep some momentum this morning. That one could keep running up there. So keep an eye on that. BLNK. Let's see what Blink charging. We actually looked at it last night too. Somebody wanted to see it, and it is just setting up there. Come on. Here it is. Yesterday it did run a little bit, or it pulled back. The day before it ran up 156 to 170, and yesterday it went 164 to 153. It's at 154, but again, it's still just setting up. It's going to get running, and it's going to run up to that 181 area again, and then try to get past that, and then again try to get up to that 225. So we'll keep an eye on our BLNK and see what it wants to do. And BTCS, let's see that bad boy. That's BTS Inc. And it made its bottom right there. So these things could easily bounce off this MACD and get rolling again, guys, because and just keep stair stepping their way up, run up into the top, pull themselves back down, and keep going. Because this thing looks like it wants to do it. And this is tied with Bitcoin BTCS. So keep an eye on that. And then how about that BTCT? That's at 1534, and that's its bottom right here at like 13. So where it came down to the other day, 1190 was its bottom. And this one looks like it wants to roll off and get rolling again. So that's at BTCT. And we were super early on that. CGTL. Let's see, Creative Global Technology. This just opened up. Holy cow. Like yesterday. This is brand new. CGTL. At least it looks like it to me. Yeah, definitely. And today it's running. Oh my. 441 to 558. And it's at 450 and its low is 391. So I don't know. It's just had a lot of movement today. And it's brand new. Literally opened up yesterday. So that's a new one. Can't really tell what it wants to do, but it's pretty interesting. CMPO, this Compo Secure is about to go up even higher. It's moving. It looks good right there. Let me see here. CMPO. Yeah, this one looks solid to keep continuing up. It ran 1563 to 1624, and it's at 1615 right now and looks solid. That's CMPO. And let's look at our DJT here. Trump Media is up 5 cents. I'm telling you, this one's going to get set up, guys, and get cruising really, really soon. I'm not saying it's going to happen this week, but it is setting up, and all it has to do is get up over that 31. It's at 30.55, and it's getting close. And you can just see it's like a flat line right there, just getting ready to get cranking. So keep an eye on this DJT because you can tell it's going to be doing something soon. And keep an eye on it because it is curling up there and looks decent. DRUG, that drug, that's been crazy. And that bottom is the other day when it pulled back here, it was 30.67, and you're at 38.11 right now. And it's going to be curling back up and running. So drug is probably going to be looking good. We'll keep our eye on it just to make sure it isn't going to pull back down to this 27 like it was a fake run up. But that's what it looks like right now. And again, they can be a little tough, especially with tomorrow being a holiday and then Friday. I never even looked to see if it was closed early. I'll definitely look at that, and we'll see what that looks like if it closes early tomorrow or Friday after Thanksgiving. And again, it's just a shorter week, and as you come into the holiday, sometimes they're a little tough. So that's why I already decided I probably wasn't going to be trading a whole lot today or Friday. So just to enjoy the rest of the week and then crank it up Monday. So DXYZ, this thing looks good again. I thought it was going to want to pull back here to like 31, and that line just keeps getting higher and higher. So any kind of pullback on this thing's probably going to be good for you. And DXYZ is going to get cruising right there. So that one's setting up EVTV, Envirotech Vehicles. And this one's in the basement. Let me see if it's doing anything today. It ran up yesterday, actually, I guess in the after hours, 143 to 220. And then this morning, it just came straight back down to 144 to 105. It's at 134. So, yeah, that one's an interesting one, just jumping around right there, EVTV. And let's look at HCWB. Hold on, let's take a look at that one. Um, that one just pulling back there. It might have bounced up off of here, not showing me. HCWB. Now that one's just kind of pulling back, crossing through. Could be 53. That yeah, it's just that 53. Was bouncing around yesterday. Nothing crazy right there. So we'll keep an eye on that, see if it wants to get moving. IDAI we were looking at, and this one jumped up this morning some more. We were saying it wanted had that look. It was in the top that it could stay in there. Look for it as a momentum play, 56 to 63. It's at 50 right now, and that's at T stamp. It ran up yesterday. IFBD. Let's see this one. IFBD. Hold on. Yep, there we go. Info Bird. This one did run up this morning. IFBD. There we go. It ran up yesterday too. 191 to 383, and it's at 370 and came back to 272 today. So another look on FinViz that you just can't tell what even happened until you look at my chart or the trend spider and you can see it. KWE. I'm telling you, this one's getting set back up. We were looking at it, and yesterday it did run up 81 to 104. So it did run up yesterday, and it's just kind of sitting at 72 this morning, but still setting up, not looking bad. So keep your eyes on that KWE. It did run up a little. And let's look at where am I here? I don't even know where I went. I just like skipped down a whole bunch. Where did I even go? I skipped Hut. I don't even know what just happened there. What? I have no idea. Looking at this list and it's so long that I just lost my place and have no idea where I was. I missed Hut, I know that. So let's look at it. That's up this morning, but it did cross down, so that's interesting. Let me look at Hut on here. HUT, yeah, it did cross down, but it's trying to curl up. It could make that really hard curl up. What's HWH? I'm all over the place on this thing this morning. HWH. Um, that one jumped up and that was in a good spot. That's one of them ones where I say, hey, that one's setting up and it's getting ready right there. And that's exactly what it did. It ran up. We weren't looking at it, but that was that look right there. 56 to 90 yesterday and 84 to 147 today. So that one was a good one right there. HWHIDAI. We did that. All right, Lunar. Now I'm back on track here, skipping around. But Lunar is kind of pulling back, but also looks like it wants to curl up into that top again. Let me take a better look at Lunar here. Yeah, it was at the top. You could tell that top was at 1625, and it's pulling back. We'll have to see if it wants to roll off. It's not doing it yet, so I don't think you have to worry just at the moment on Lunar. We'll watch that get set up. MDIA, we were looking at this one, and this is down 13 cents. It did run yesterday. Let's see on mine, MDIA. And yeah, it ran yesterday. We were looking at 138 to 190, and this morning is at 156 to 150. So that one is pulling back. And again, when these things pop up, you got to take advantage of it pretty quick. MTEM, this one I remember looking at like a week or two ago. It had popped up there. And this one's just kind of sitting. It was moving yesterday, 39 to 52, just sitting there at about 38 right now. And that is MTEM, OPTT, Ocean Power Technologies. I actually saw this pop up because it's on one of my watch lists. And this one did go crazy. OPTT, we had looked at it before, I believe, or I traded it before. But yesterday, it opened at 19 and ran up to 36, and it kept running today, 33 to 37. And you can take a look at it. It's in the top, and it could be a little momentum play there. And that's OPTT, and that PDYN. Let's see what that's up to. That one's it actually, let me see on mine if it's doing anything right there. 657, and it ran to 7 and came down to 612. So it did run up yesterday to that 766. I'd have to You'd have to keep a look eye on this one. I'm not so sure. It wants to run up at the moment. It's in the top, but it could want to bounce back up in there or stay up in there and bounce in there. So I'd have to look at that one, PDYN. And let's take a look at QMCO and see what them Quantum Corps are doing. And this one's up another $4 and still running in the top, it appears on there. And it's at 21.38 and 19.10 to 25.29. It's at $21. And yep, it's running back into the top right there. And Rivian, that's up 10 cents. It had run up yesterday or pulled back a little bit, ran up and it was at, hold on, let me just look on mine because I know it's not even accurate right there. 11.89 to 12.85 yesterday. And this morning it's 11.60 to 11.69. It's at 11.65. And we know Rivian's going to be moving. So that one was getting set up and we were early. RMSG, let's see that one. Real Messenger. This is that crazy one I never looked at. Actually, I did look at it. I looked into it last night and I didn't really see anything about it. So yeah, I am not even sure what this thing is right here, this RSMG, but it could get popping. I'm not gonna lie. It's just an interesting one that just like started up just recently. I was talking about it the other day. September 13th, it just stopped, and then November 20th, it just picked up again. And today it's at 207 down to 204. It's just kind of setting up, but when it runs, it has a whole lot of room in its path. So I'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, I did look it up yesterday. I have no idea what's going on. I don't, like I said, I just briefly looked it up just to see what was going on with that thing because I wrote it down at the bottom of the list and didn't see anything. So if anyone knows anything about that, let us know. And RZLV, this one had bottomed out. It's curling up. Let's see what it's doing today. Yeah, that one is curling up. Keep an eye on this. It ran up a little yesterday, 219 to 267, and today it's at 228, but it could still get moving there. And that's RZLV. And let's look at Sezzle right here, SEZL, and see that's all the way back to 428. And like I said, this one's pulling back as well. They came out of the top right there, but they're hitting that line and kind of want to go up. I'll have to look at this. I would be very careful on this. It could pull back down here into like the 350s if it wants to make some room. So just be careful with that at the moment. STRL is that Sterling Infrastructure, and that is curling back up, it looks like, and running up. So STRL is moving right there. Not showing me anything today, but 196 to 203 yesterday and looking pretty decent. TOI, we looked at, TOI, we looked at this last night and it was looking good trying to curl up there and set up. So keep your eye on that bad boy. It ran yesterday 16 to 20. It's at 16 right now and it is looking good. TOYO ran big yesterday, as a matter of fact. I saw this thing yesterday. I'm not so sure it's going to run up anymore, but it did cruise yesterday, 386 to 672, and it is down at 511 right now, or 479. It opened at 511 and came down to 479. And that's TOYO. And I remember we looked at that a long time ago, but not recently. UAVS, I know people were looking at this bad boy. It's been cruising around and setting up. It doesn't look bad. UAVS. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, looks like it wants to get moving again, guys. It ran up yesterday 561 to 8. It's sitting at 5. It opened at 515 and it's at 569. And that is not looking bad. We've looked at that a few times. WAI, WAI, that top king, that's way down there. Did that start to move? Let's see. WAI. No, but yesterday looked like its bottom, 28 to 30, and its low is 24. It's at 26. I would keep an eye on that one. That one wants to move. WAI. That one's going to be a decent one to set up. WBTN. Here we go. Webtoon Entertainment. This one's in a really good spot. Let's see what it's doing. WBTN. It ran up a little. Yeah, no, that's yesterday's date, 12:05 to 12:07, and came back down. I'd have to look at that when it was running up the day before there, Monday. So I'd have to look at that. WCT, let's see what you're up to real quick. Well, change holdings. And this one's crawling off the bottom right there and not looking bad. So keep your eye on this one. This one's going to be a good setup right there. And that Zenith did run pretty good yesterday. What did it run up? Let me look at it. It was running the last few days, actually. It ran up yesterday, though, 739 to 1678. And this morning it opened at 890. It got up to 980 and it's at 887. And you have to keep your eye on that to see if it wants to run up higher. I'm not so sure. And there you go with your Jolie's jumpers. And how about that PGHL? Hope you didn't chase that thing because it's back like crazy. PGHL, it ran yesterday again 1135 to 210. And then today it opened at 1526 and came down to 1129. It's at 1275. So that's a crazy run right there. I'm not gonna lie. That's a wild one. And there you go. Let me know if you guys want to see anything real quick. I think I saw Luis Rodriguez pop one up. Here we go. The the PCE is today. The personal consumption expenditures price index is set for release at 10 a.m. So that could move the market. Absolutely. Thank you, Luis Rodriguez, for that info. And he still likes to set up for AMDL. We'll check out AMDL real quick with that's AMD. It still looks really good right there. Again, they had a little pullback yesterday, and it's down what 31 cents, 137 right about there. Well, hold on. I clicked on AMD and AMDL. Let me do one at a time. AMDL, I'll look at that one first, and that one is down 4 cents to 10.15, but or 10.13, but again, setting up real good. And we'll look at AMD, which it's mimicking here. And but yeah, AMD is at 137 and it is getting set up, guys. So yeah, it ran up, it pulled back a little. It ran up yesterday or just or 2 days ago, pulled back yesterday, and it is just setting up there. We were talking about it, ran right up as we had talked about it, and it still looks good. And MSTR, that MicroStrategy, is back up $20, and that's why you got to be careful. It's curling through and bouncing back up. You have no idea what this thing wants to do. And that's why when they start getting in the top and coming out, I don't play with them, but you'll know exactly when it's set up. It could be its bottom there yesterday, to be honest, at that 338. You're at 374. We'll see how it opens up. And again, it's going to bounce around with Thanksgiving tomorrow. It could be a little weird because crypto doesn't stop. So if crypto just starts taking off during Thanksgiving and Friday, this thing will start moving and over the weekend. So you got to be paying attention to also what crypto's doing when you're paying attention to these as well, because they're reacting and they react quick. They can go up fast, go down fast, and do it like in $20 to $40 gaps. As this one's back up another $20 this morning, MicroStrategy. So there you go, and boom. Thank you, Luis Rodriguez, for them bad boys. Can we take a look at VRPX, Jonathan? Let's see that one real quick. VRPX. Veer packs or something like that. It's just down there. Let me take a look. VRPX. See if it's moving yet this morning. Mine is definitely saying 49 to 48, and yesterday 45 to 52. It does appear to be setting up. That bottom was probably 39 cents there on the 25th the other day. So you're probably getting a setup. Not sure if you're going to get a pop off today, but it is setting up. So that one's not looking too bad. And BNZI, let's see that guy. BNZI hitting the bottom right there. That might be a bounce, dip and rip situation. Let me take a look. That is yesterday, and today it's 145 to 146. It's at 142, and yesterday it was 152 to 151, at 181, but came down to 129. And this one does look really good. BNZI, that looked like a dip and rip situation for you. So keep an eye on that, Jonathan, because that one doesn't look bad at all. And let me just see. I think I got all them. Let me jump in and see our laptop lowdowns real quick. Oh, I'll look at crypto real fast too. I didn't look at that, did I? Bitcoin's back to 93,000 right there. And like I said, I was looking at it last night. I was telling you, it was curled through, but it looked like it was trying to make that base right around here to try to curl back up. I'm keeping an eye on it. It could stair step down a little bit lower as it's making room on the chart and then get rolling. And once it gets rolling back up, it's going to be cruising. So I'll be watching it and updating you. Ethereum's at 3,456, and that one here it is. I couldn't get to the thing. And that one seems to be curling back up. It never curled through and went down. It just stayed up and is rolling back up. Ripple's at 141. And that one is curling down, but going back up into the 70s still. So yeah, these things are, I don't even know if I got to go through them all because they all have the same look. Solana's at 233 doing the same thing. Cardano's at 98 cents and doing similar. So I'll keep my eye on them and update you. They're all just coming down, but crawling back up and trying to look good. And they're all going to base off of Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin makes that base right there, you're going to see them moving. Some of the altcoins are still moving right now. Chainlink's at 1777. So they still look decent. And let me hop into the laptop lowdown so I can get through them real quick as well. Let me just find them bad boys. Let me see where I can get to them. On his page, I think will be the easiest. Here we go. I found them. Here we are. I can't even read them. ABP. Here we go. ABP. That one's down there and curling up real good. Oh, wow. ABP. There you go. That one's going to be a good one. Not doing anything yet today, but keep your eye on that bad boy because that's setting up right there. ACXP. And this one's down there in the bottom as well. And this will be a nice setup. ACXP. Oh yeah, that was a nice dip yesterday down to $1. I think that one's going to be a little dip and rip situation. Definitely keep your eye on that. ADTX, let's see what this thing's doing if it's moving yet. It's starting to. Um it's trying. It did the other day. We know that on Monday. And now it's just bouncing around right here, ADTX. And I'm telling you, this thing's going to get set up maybe next week. I keep saying maybe this week, but it's just taking its good old time for whatever reason. And but it should try to get moving at ADTX. So I'm just waiting for it to have that exact look when you know it's all curled up because that's what it's going to take for that one to get moving at ADTX. APTO, this one's curling up right here, not looking too bad. APTO. And let's see, it's been cruising around right there. And like I said, it's this morning 19 cents just sitting there, but the bottom on this was the other day at 11 and it's looking good. So APTO is another one. A-tip, I know this was running around. We had been looking at it. It did run around. It still looks like it's coming up to the line right there. So when it ran up, it was about 3 days out, guys, the other day when it popped on what? The 22nd, which was what day was that? Friday. So yeah, you were about 3 days out from it curling through because it's about to curl through, and that's exactly where we had timed these things as they're making these fish hooks up. 3 days out, they pop and then they pull back. Exactly what this one did right there. That's a tip, but we'll look at it as it crawls through now. BGLC because it will set up, and they have been. They just been popping right before they curl through. It's weird. BGLC. Let's see, that one's down there really good. Let me see that on mine real fast. Yeah, that one's a good one too. That could be a nice dip and rip from yesterday down to 23. So keep your eye on that bad boy as well. And BHIL. Let's see what you're up to here. Benson Hill. Another one beautiful in the basement. All of these will be running in the next week or so. You know that. So that's one to keep your eye on. That CETX. We know that reverse split the other day. What day was it? The 26th. It finally did it yesterday. So here we go. Keep your eye on the CETX here. And see what it wants to do. It is at 329 and down to 320. So we'll keep an eye on it and see if it wants to get moving after that reverse split. Never got out of the basement yet. So It very well could. CMBT is CMB Tech, and that one's down there with a nice bottom look, and looks like a nice dip and rip situation too. So keep our eye on this one as well. It's just pulling back, hitting some resist some support down there, I think, and could be making a base. So that one could be a really good one to keep an eye on. CRKN. Let's take a look at this guy. This one's curling up. It's up, what, 5 cents, or is that yesterday? It is at 36, 34 to 37. It did run yesterday. I think yesterday was its bottom, and it's trying to bounce back up. We were just looking at it the other day as it was bouncing back, and that does look like its bottom yesterday for CRKN. So take a look at that because it's not looking bad now. ELPW. Elong Power. This one's going to be a huge curl up too. ELPW. And yeah, this one's curling up and looking good. That bottom could be yesterday at 165. And that's where it's at right now. So we'll keep an or yesterday's low is what? 147 could be its low. And it's at 165, but that one's going to get curling up and real good. GHIX. Let's see. Gore's Holding, that's way down. Looks like a shell company because it is. That's why. Um, GHIX. Let me see. Yeah, way down there and gonna try to start bouncing up. And again, this was a shell company, so it was up in the tens. Well, it was up at 1050 and now it's at 1015. They always look like they dip harder than they are. I mean, it's still a nice dip, don't get me wrong, but it looks like it came down a few dollars and it didn't, but it will bounce back up there as well. And that's GHIX. And IMPP is a Imperial. Oh, I was thinking the other one, IMCC, I think, or something. IMPP is Imperial Petroleum. And let's see what that's doing. That's way down here. And yeah, that one's going to get bouncing. So keep an eye on that. That's looking actually decent for that bottom right there at 317 area. It's at 323. It could pull back a little bit more. So keep your eye on that because that's going to get moving. ONCO, let's look at Onco. That Onconex or something like that. It's down in the basement. It's about to try to curl through. Let's see. ONCO. Yeah, it was trying to curl up the other day on the 21st and it never could. And now it's down there. So we'll look at this. I don't think it's popping today. So that's a good one to keep an eye on. And PRPH is Prophase Labs. And that's curling up really nice. Let me look at that bad boy on mine. PRPH. Yeah, it just curled through. Yesterday wasn't looking bad, or today. Yeah, yesterday wasn't looking bad. 2 days ago it wasn't looking bad. 77 to 79. Yesterday, 79 to 71. Closed at 75, and that's where it's sitting. But definitely curled through. Not looking bad right there for that PRPH and QTTB. I don't even know what I'm looking at. QTTB is Q32 Bio, and this one bottomed out the other day at that 2390. It's at 2509, and that doesn't look too bad to get moving real soon. So keep your eye on this bad boy as well, because that one's probably going to have a real nice run. Let me jot that down real quick. QTTB. That one's going to be a good one to keep an eye on for sure. And SOWG is like so something, I forget. And let me take a look at it. SOWG, so good. That's what it was. And this is just making that big curl now. And yeah, here we go. Making that big curl up now. Yesterday could have been its bottom right there at that 336. It's at 359. So we'll keep an eye on it now. It's starting to get hooked up. It will start to hook up there. And there you go for our laptop lowdowns right there. And thank you very much, Laptop Travel. Let me see if anyone wants to see anything else here. Nothing else there. Let me look at the heat map, see what we're missing. Um, they are Microsoft's a little red, Nvidia, Apple, Google, and Meta and Amazon are more flat than anything. They may be down or up, but barely either which way. and Tesla's up a little bit. And then our five news stories are talking Bitcoin on Thanksgiving is different this time. It is definitely different when it's up like that. You're like, did you ever get into that thing? And everyone's like, oh, I missed it. But anyway, there you go. That'll be a fun talk at Thanksgiving. And Luis Rodriguez was absolutely right. The bond yields fall ahead of the PCE inflation report. So yeah, the market could start to move. And the stock slip with focus on Trump's picks. And Trump's return should favor growth stocks. Here are 10, so we'll have to look at them later. And stock futures are a little changed as Wall Street awaits Fed's preferred inflation reading. So there you go, everybody. Some news stories for FinViz. And that's what we're looking at on our Wednesday morning before Thanksgiving. I'll be updating you guys, especially with crypto. I'll be looking at that. Let me know if you want to look at anything. And again, we won't have a show tonight. And I'm probably going to skip the show on Friday morning. So everyone, enjoy your Thanksgiving. I'll be updating everything today for sure, and I'll be updating crypto throughout because it's at one of them spots where you need to have an eye on it and see what it wants to do. And again, let me know if you guys want to see anything. Shoot me a message, or I'll respond or post a comment, and I'll definitely check it out there. So have a great day, everybody. Lock in those profits and trade smart. And thank you, everyone, for hanging out. Laptop Travel for your laptop lowdowns, and Asian Jolie for your Jolie's jumpers, Green Thumbs, Eileen, Lewis Rodriguez, and Low Country Profits, Bong Chan, and Sherry Money, Ding Dong, Valeria, Keys, and Jonathan, Buddy, Christian, Michelle, and Patrick, everybody that hangs out and listens and tunes in. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much, and have a great day. And again, if you want to see anything, let me know. Lock in those profits, trade smart, have a great holiday week, and a great Thanksgiving, everybody. So see you guys soon, and have a great day.